Good morning. I have a hunch it's Tuesday morning when you're watching this. I'm recording it on Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I had an unusual one. It was good, but it was certainly unusual. I want to share a photograph with you. A photograph that was taken, I would guess, about 24 years ago at my mom's house. My brother Jim was a professional photographer, and so he took it of the whole family, except my dad and his wife Loretta, my stepmom. And it was something that hung on my mom's wall, and then I inherited it. So I want to show it to you, share a couple thoughts. Here it is. If you've been over to the house, you've probably seen it up on the wall. And I want to point out one person in it. Give me 1 second. I'm over here. Okay, on the far right, there's thanks, Russ. Right there. Her name is Julie. She's my niece. I'm going to tell you something about her in just a moment. So, one of the amazing things is that photograph, for the first time ever, I think, yesterday, I wasn't with any of them yesterday. And I know that a lot of you identify with that. We just had a very small gathering with some of Heidi's family. But for the first time in probably over 40 years, I didn't see my brother. I didn't see my sister-in-law. I didn't see my niece Julie. Remember Julie. I want to come back to that. These are unusual times. I want to share a couple thoughts from Bob Goff. And he talks about how Christmas changes over the years, right? And he says when you're young, we make a list. I can remember for my birthday, I posted, forget Santa, I posted the list in the bathroom, in the kids' bathroom, so that all of my siblings would know exactly what cassettes to buy for me. I didn't want to leave it to chance. I was going to make sure they knew that I wanted Neil Young's latest album. When we're middle-aged, we don't so much write the list as we fund the list, which is probably the way it's supposed to be. And when you're old, no one can figure out what should be on our list. No one knows what to buy for us. That's kind of the way it works. As we get older, I think that we value different things, don't we? You've probably heard me say it, that what I really want for Christmas, you can't find on Amazon or Walmart. You won't find it at Macy's. You won't find it anywhere, because the things that I really need aren't stuff. They really aren't. It's fun to unwrap a present or whatever, but that's not really, hopefully for most of us, what Christmas is about anymore. None of us wants to get to the finish line and realize that all we're really carrying is a bunch of stuff. It all goes to Goodwill anyway. In the end, somebody else is going to have it. You know, Denzel Washington never saw a hearse with a U-Haul behind it. It's just not how it works. But as it gets closer to Christmas, do you know what people, I think, really want? They want love. So this Thanksgiving was the first time, it might be the first time, that I wasn't going to see my niece Julie. So let me tell you a quick little story. Towards the beginning of the pandemic, I went for a hike. I live in one part of Wheaton. She lives on the other side of Wheaton. And I went for a long hike. I was about 2.5 miles from my house on the path that goes from Rice Lake to Herrick Lake. And I'm looking and I'm like, well, that sure looks like it looks like Julie and her family. It looks like Nate, and it was. I mean, what are the odds? And I was just about to turn around and go back. They're coming the other way. And so Monday this week, she sent me a text and she said, Uncle Paul, you know, we're not going to be able to get together on Thanksgiving, but we're going for a walk today. Would you like to join us? And at first I had to say no, because I had a Zoom study, but the Zoom study canceled. And so we met up at Hidden Lake, which is, I know where it's at, but I always thought I was looking at Hidden Lake. There's another lake that's actually hidden there. And we had a fun time throwing the football around, especially me, Henry, and Nate. And it was just really nice. But it meant the world to me that she included me. She didn't have to do that. But, you know, that's going to be one of the things that I remember about this Thanksgiving. Even though I didn't see anybody in that photograph, I saw her a couple days before, had lunch with my brother the day before. Folks, the things that we do that show love to people, that's what really matters. It's the gift that's worth giving. It's the gift that's on everybody's list. Let me share a couple words from Jesus to wrap up. Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. No, store your treasure in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will be also. God bless you. Have a great day.